ang representative po ng Trade Commissioner's Office of Australia, si Mr. Anthony Greenwood, Limao. And our colleagues, our host, si Asek Punsalan po, may bahay ng ating Health Secretary, si Dr. Norma Ona. Si Dr. Ona ho, nauna ba siya sa akin o sa university? Pero magkaklase ho kami sa liberal arts, sa undergrad. Sa kanya ho ako nung umopya sa kay Dr. Ona. And of course, Ace, what a beautiful presentation. Ace, congratulations. And Greg, I like your confidence. And I hope that you have a 1 billion sale in 2 years' time. I remember when I brought in Astra, I was then in law practice, I brought in Astra from Sweden. They have the same confidence that they will be top 10, at least top 10. I don't know what was the revenue at the time, but they became top 10 in 5 years' time. Now you're promising us 2 years' time. So you will do better than Astra. Astra, by the way, was absorbed by Glaxo. And Trevor from South Africa, CEO, and Kim, I won't pronounce your surname. From Hong Kong. So we have a multinational set of officials here. We certainly welcome your presence and entrance into the Philippines. As Greg said, Aspen is moving into Asia, and they're moving into a growth area. Let me say something about Asia as a growth area. If you read all the predictions about Asia, whether it's by the Asian Development Bank or by the European Union out in the research group out in Paris, as well as by Goldman and Sachs and Hong Kong and Shanghai Bank, truly Asia is the growth center in the coming years. The center of gravity of innovation and prosperity will be moving to Asia by 2025 according to the European Union. And by 2050, Asia will be producing over half of global output of the world. And in terms of our location where we are in the very dynamic Asia, the Philippines, according to Goldman Sachs and Hong Kong Bank, will be one of the Goldman Sachs says we will be the next to the brink, the next 11 countries that will be developing and one of the more prosperous in Southeast Asia. As you know, BRIC is Brazil, China, Russia, and South Africa. The next year will be the 11 and will be included one of them. And according to Hong Kong Shanghai Bank, will be one of the 10 most prosperous countries in 2050. Our average per capita income would climb to as high on a parity of currency equivalence. Will climb to as high as $37,000 per capita. That's now that will be equal to the European per capita income at the time. So the prospects really in Asia are so good, and I think Greg and his research group has an advanced copy of all these studies. That's what it shows Asia as their next growth area, and the Philippines especially because we are 100 million warm bodies in this country, despite official statistics that there are only 95, we are really 100 million. And every year, the purchasing power is increasing and the growing. We already have in the past a very robust middle class, but now the middle class is coming back again. And that's why there is purchasing power on the countryside. So the prospects of the Philippines are so bright and exciting and enticing that the pharmaceutical company especially can easily make a 1 billion turnover in 2 years. Why? Because, well, I hope they will bring down the cost of drugs or medicine, because the cost of drugs or medicine in our country is at least 30 times higher than India or even Indonesia, despite the introduction of the Generics Act, which I authored in this country almost 15 years ago. And despite the PhilHealth, which is a social net for many who are poor in this country, but PhilHealth coverage is not yet universal. So there's a huge gap. Almost 40% of our people have no access to health care at all. And that's a void that we need to fill. That's the unresolved and unsolved dilemma of our country. Because as someone said, show me how a nation treats its citizens in terms of health, and I'll tell you the level of civilization of the country. And therefore, it's always welcome to have a self-confident company like yours dealing in drugs that our fellow countrymen need and diseases that are related to lifestyle, like cardiovascular and hypertension, etc. Because those are top killers in this country. And we particularly welcome your hybrid type of drug, both branded and generic. And I hope that you are more successful in distribution and selling than most, because even the multinationals have their generic departments in this country, and one of the local companies is predominantly a generic-based pharmaceutical company. So, but there is still huge room for competition in order to bring down the cost of drug in this country. You know, the cost of medicine in a consumer basket in our country is almost, or no, it's not, yeah, almost 50% of the cost of health care per capita per year in this country. That's how huge it is, and many in the countryside have no access to drugs, but especially to health professionals. I just came back from my hometown of Baler, which is relatively accessible now, with 9 specialists, neurosurgeons, neurologists, anesthesiologists, dermatologists, and other specialists. And that's exactly what they said. You've got to solve the cost of drug in your province. And we just have a brand new hospital which I organized together with the president. Just opened, brand new, fully equipped. But there's no, I think, decent budget for medicine. And I brought in those 9 specialists from Cabanatuan precisely for us to get outside advice on how we can run such a modern hospital in a rural surrounding, rural constituency. So that is the dilemma in our country. How we treat and well, how to prevent diseases from crippling our populace, making them unproductive is the challenge of our generation. We used to have the best public health system in the whole of, I won't say Asia, but in the whole of Southeast Asia. We used to have the best education system, training system in the whole of Southeast Asia, but that was before. We're talking past tense. Now, we have to rebuild education. I'm taking the lead in rehabilitating and raising the standards of Philippine education to international level. I'm glad that with a 3-pronged approach to rehabilitating our health system, because you will remember about a year and a half ago, BBC ran a documentary on Philippine health situation, and they said that unless we do something about our health system, it will collapse in less than 5 years. So it's just time being that a progressive, very dynamic, reformist Secretary of Agriculture, that was before, Secretary of Health, in person, Ike Juana, has come in to make the necessary improvement. So, like Greg, I think I overtalked, so I will end now and say, welcome Aspen. I asked what is Aspen. And he said,